article I had read today, it was about the keys of success, and there's four main points, but three of them stuck out to me, which were listening, reaching an understanding or agreement, or and how to say something and why you said it. Those three things to me stuck out to me because listening is always a great communication skills as far as relationships, work areas, and in the classrooms. So that's a no-brainer. That's something that everyone should already know about is listening. Because I mean, without listening, you don't have an open mind, and without that, I mean, you just tunnel vision about everything. Reaching an understanding and agreement. That's another thing that I can say that's a pretty good thing to have and do is because I mean, without that, you still wouldn't have a good relationship, work area. I mean, and in the classroom, if you and your professors aren't reaching an agreement, then I mean, you're going to fail or whatever the case may be. So having an understanding and agreement is a good thing to have. But the one that stuck out to me the most was how to say it and why you said it. Well, my problem's always been why I said it, but I don't know how to say it. Like if I'm talking to you, if I know that I can't, if I don't know what do you mean about an article, I can sit here and say, I know why I said it, but I might not know how to type it to you because that's something I've always had trouble with throughout my life is I know why I said something, but I do not know how to say it to people. And that's in relationships, in school, and work areas. I know why, but I don't know how to say it to you. I know what I mean, and that's my thing of always falling short when it comes to that because I don't know how to talk to people when I want to express of why or how what I mean when I say it. I know in the class where I'm taking as far as you, I know one thing that, like I said, stuck out is the fact that you need to know how to say it and why you said it without getting any type of misinformation or saying something that you don't really mean or you didn't mean to say it that way or that way. Because if you said it a way that you didn't mean, they might take it that way, and then they might look at you differently as far as, oh, I can take them as a joke, or they're just being hard on me all the time, when it's nothing like that. Just taking constructive criticism, and it might not be something, that needs to be blown out of proportion. And I know that's a great form of communication to me is knowing how to say it and knowing what you mean when it says that. And I know two people that came to my mind when I thought about knowing how to say stuff which is Martin Luther King Jr. and Winston Churchill. They might not have the best education, but when it came to presenting something to the public, it's like everything else went out the window. And it wasn't that they was just brainwashing people. They not only did they get their point across, they kept them open-minded about everything. They never said, well, you need to choose this and this is how I feel and this is what's going on, but at the end of the day, it's your decision. And I mean, it kind of ties back to, knowing how to say it and why you said it, because they can always back up to why they said certain things and why they did this and why they did that. So when I thought about, communication in general, them are the first two people I thought about because not only they don't have to have the best education for it. It's just they just know how to use their communication skills very, very well. I know I've always had the question of why is communication skills a very important thing to have, and now it's really taking a toll on me simply because in high school they never really expressed communication being a big thing in the real world. And they always say, oh, you're going to learn it in college, you're going to do this in college. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's going to be easy because you do everything on your own in college. But when I got to college, I had a rude awakening simply because I didn't know how to send emails. I didn't know how to talk to professors. I didn't know why I said things I know why I meant stuff, but I didn't know how to say it. I mean, it's just a whole different left turn because I'm brought in a way of technology. So I've always known how to text. I know how to call. I do all that. But when it came to face-to-face interaction, I was starstruck when it came to that. And, getting up in front of the class and have to present presentations or meeting up with your classmates to do a group project. And I'm just sitting in the back like, I don't like to talk. I don't want to do anything. And I think as far as high school wise, they should teach that more because people that don't go to college, they're going to get put in the real world. It's like I said, still not knowing what's going on in the world when it comes to communication. And that's something that they should have been more stern on when it came to that, because nowadays people don't have communication skills, and they're out there looking for jobs and relationships, and people like me in school, it's hard for us to adapt to that stuff just right off the bat. Because I know for a fact when it comes to looking for a job nowadays, you get online and you do the application then, and then they call you, oh, you want to blah blah. I see you put an application in. You might come in for 10 minutes to an interview and you're out. They call you, yes or no, you got the job. Whereas back then you would have to go inside the work area, ask for the application. Then sometimes they let you fill it out. Then in there you have to give it back to them. They call you within a few days. Sometimes the interview lasts for 30 to 45 to an hour, So it's more so of nowadays, it's like communication is getting worse and worse, because it's just, strictly we can just do it on our phones and our laptops and everything like that. And it's when it comes to face-to-face, people are going to be less and less, educated about that, because people are so drawn to their phone. Now people can't even sit here and express their feelings to people face to face when it comes to relationships or anything, because they're so I can text you real fast. I just call you. I don't want to do it face to face. So I think now that I'm taking this class and I'm actually getting more adept into it, I realize that I'm really, what's the word? Dysfunctional when it comes to communication, because it's something that I'm lacking in, and I never really thought I can get by on a day-to-day basis with communication, but I never really grasp the fact that I really am, I really do not have good communication skills, simply because that's something I wasn't taught and something that I wasn't just brought upon to me that I was going to need to do before I got to college into the real world. So communication skills is something that you would actually need to survive in this world day in and day out.